Hello guys, welcome to my detailed video on Insanity Sands. I know this is not really a well-known AU, I mean it is, but it's the least known out of the Murder Time trio, and it's the least cared about, I'd say. So this is my well-written video on this character. So I'm gonna talk about Zero Danteero's Insanity Sands. What he did is that he just made like one video with all the lore on it and how the character should act, which is pretty good, except for Gaster is used as a plot filler, which I don't think is a really great idea, even though Gaster was relevantly used within old AUs, so I'll give him the pass. What Zero Danteero said about how Insanity Sands should act is that he doesn't talk to anybody else but himself, and most of the time he would be thinking in his head. Another thing that he said about Insanity Sands is that he attacks anything that moves in the slightest. He was able to kill the whole entire underground, and in doing so, he was able to reset the whole entire universe to do it all over again just for fun. Another thing is that he feels no love for his brother, so he holds his brother's head in his hand just so he could fear off other monsters. And Papyrus is still alive, by the way, which is even more terrifying. So I think I'm done talking about the original Insanity Sands by Zero Danteero. So I'm gonna start talking about the newer one by UTF, the former owner. And he's been able to make Insanity Sands even better, mostly on the art side, but he's been able to improve the lore of Insanity Sands a little bit. But also, his greatest feat is that he was able to make the second phase for Insanity Sands, also known as Hard Mode, canon, which is amazing. He was also able to clarify that Insanity Sands has his own version of determination, which is slightly different than the normal determination, and he's able to harness it on his own. And his second phase, or also known as like hard mode Insanity, he uses a lot more magic, but he uses so much magic that it's too strong for his body, and his soul literally rips out of his chest, and his like soul fragments, like fragments of his body, start like shattering off and floating in the air because of how strong his magic is. Now that we're done with the old Insanity and the newer Insanity, let's talk about their music. First of all, we got the original Insanity Sands Megalovania, which was made by Zero Danteero. It's good, but like for newer music standards within the AU community, it's lacking. But we have a newer song called Your Fault, which I don't think it's necessarily bad, but I don't think it fits the character as well, since there's no stress, or it's just a normal song with motifs from Undertale that don't make sense in this setting. I do have hopes though, because a game called ULC, or Undertale Last Corridor, it's on Roblox. It's not that bad though. It's music. They have an unreleased Insanity Sands rework that they're pulling out, and it has a really good song coming with it. And I really hope that they release it because it's amazing. Okay, now that we're done with the songs and all that, let's start talking about how people portray Insanity Sands in their own animations. First, I want to talk about Revolver Animations. I know it's a good video and all, and I know it's for the plot that Delta Sands wins, but I fully would think that Insanity Sands would just win based off of pure determination and strength. Also, I would like to put in that Insanity Sands, I know they were trying to put in something new for Insanity Sands, but the thing is that he shouldn't walk like a dog. He shouldn't run like a flippin' dog or animal. It's really, that's like a different kind of insanity than what I would say for Insanity Sands, or I just think it looks weird for him to do that, you know. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say about Revolver Animations. Now we have this video on SP Dusttail versus Insanity Sands. I don't know who made it. I'll probably put it up there. But the whole entire point of the video was them fighting, and then at the end, SP Dusttail trying to convince Insanity Sands what he did was wrong and all that, and trying to save him. But the problem with Insanity Sands is that he's insane. He doesn't know what he's doing. Why would he be saved? Why would he like care about his brother? Like, his brother is only there to fear people off. That's the whole entire point of the Papyrus Head. But yeah, honestly, it's a fine video and all. At least Insanity Sands is getting some like viewership. Now for the final thing I want to talk about is this little dude right here. Chicken's Insanity Socks. I know it has a new owner, but its past owner was like self-inserted their own OC as like one of the main characters to befriend in like Chicken's Insanity Sands, and it's like it's horrid, bro. I'd rather not talk about it. I don't want to even like learn about it. But yeah, that's all. I don't really have anything else to say about Insanity Sands. I don't think I'll make another video anytime soon, Loki. I made this just so then I could like explain Insanity Sands to the public. A lot of people don't know anything about him. Honestly, it's kind of sad, even though he's one of the like main men in Murder Time Trio. So yeah, that's all I got. Thank you.